So a lot of times on YouTube, we clean up, we have a nice set behind us, a nice background to look at, and it's totally true, but the reality of it is sometimes it's not as clean as it seems. I mean, this is kind of what I'm dealing with, this mess over here. Now, a lot of times what happens is I travel for weeks and weeks and weeks, and things just get thrown in different spots, and I never have time to get to it, so it all just gets shoved wherever it can find a place, and that's kind of where it remains for a while. This corner has been a work in progress for a long time. If you remember my No Small November project last year, I was gonna turn this into a studio office, and it is happening. It's starting to actually, in my head at least, I'm seeing it take shape. If you're just watching this, you're probably like, holy cow, there's just a bunch of junk everywhere, but I'm actually rearranging it, got things in place, and it's just a matter of going through some stuff, getting it out of here. There's things that are just too big for our garage, getting rid of those, and we're getting there. On yesterday's vlog, you kind of saw things from this perspective, and whenever we do these YouTube videos, it is all about the perspective. And if I were to take this camera and widen it out just a little more, or if I were to turn it this way just a little bit, this is what you're gonna see. I just kind of want to point out, like, it's never perfect. Like, life is not perfect. Life, it looks perfect on here sometimes, but it's not. I do want to show you something real quick. I've been taking a page out of Roberto Blake's book, and I've been labeling. I've been going crazy with the label maker. So, you got right here all the stuff, just whatever I need. Just kind of going through and making sure that when I come in here and I need a charger, or I need a certain cable, or I need whatever, I know exactly where to find it. All of this mess, this whole thing over here, it was kind of clogging, or it still is, it's clogging up my head. And I was also embarrassed, you know, I'm embarrassed of how messy it is. I don't like opening the garage door because if you didn't understand what I was doing in here, you would see it and just be like, holy cow, that's not good. They are not doing a good job of keeping up their house. I was hesitant to even show it on the vlog because it is a little embarrassing, but here's the thing. This is real. This is what I'm dealing with. And sometimes this kind of stuff, it's normal life. It's what we're doing, and that's what this vlog is normal life. So as I make progress on this and everything, I'm gonna start documenting my progress on this. Number one, to keep me in check and keep me motivated to keep doing it. Number two, because that's what's going on right now. I'm gonna have to end it there for now because Nettie has T-ball. Not a bad start, but I'm going to get it done. This is the best bug spray, whatever you want to call it, bug stuff, repellent I've ever used, and it smells amazing. All natural, good for dogs, all that stuff. It's called Bug Soother. Didn't find it till I came to Iowa.
Strike two. It's a long fly ball.
We found a hurt hummingbird, and I ruined a pair of shoes getting it. Well, we now have a pet hummingbird. It's a baby hummingbird. We're only gonna keep it for a little while while we kind of nurse it back to health, but it's actually doing really well. Believe it or not, the girls have been feeding it sugar water and stuff. It's recovering nicely. They've taken it to the yard. It flies to the bush over there and flies back to the little box we made for it and stuff. So they named it Oreo because we saved it in an Oreo box. Getting back to what I was talking about earlier in the garage, I want to be more real on this channel, and there's many times that I don't pick up the camera simply because I'm embarrassed or something like that. Like when I'm out in public, it's like you'll have the camera and all of a sudden, whoop, well, I shouldn't vlog that, or I don't want to do this. I'm almost, I guess the word might be timid. I'm almost too timid at times to put the camera out there while I'm in public. That's why you see a lot of these talking points in my house or in my office area or whatever, in a hotel room, places where I can control the environment. Just kind of one of those places where you're safe, you can focus, and you don't have all these other anxieties and worries going on around you. That is definitely something I want to get better about. I want to just not miss out on footage and not miss out on things simply because I'm embarrassed or afraid or whatever. There's always that fear. There's that fear of public vlogging. I feel like I can conquer it at times, but then there's other times where I'm like, nope. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. Oh shoot, I shouldn't be doing this. There's times where I'm like, I don't care, I'm gonna go do it, whatever. People can look at me, I don't care. And then there's other days where I just don't feel confident and I revert into that embarrassed kind of like, oh my gosh, don't look at me mode, and I feel like everybody's judging me. I respect my audience very much and I just want to be as real as possible with you. I don't want you thinking that Maury and Brian have it all together. They got 3 kids, he's vlogging, he's doing this, he's doing that. Like, we struggle every single day. Sometimes we look around and we're like, holy cow, what happened here? Like, this is a complete mess. Where do we even start? And with all these different projects and me traveling and doing all these things, we fly by the seam of our pants. Like, we do our best to try to get systems down and get organized, but we have a long way to go. One thing we're really trying to work harder at is getting down a system. And part of that involves getting organized and painting and getting things the way we want them to be so that the girls know where to put stuff, we know where to put stuff, our heads are clear at that point. Getting to that point, it's hard when you know what you want it to look like, but you also know it takes a lot of time to get there. The payoff will be great, but the process, it's a little difficult to try to do that and live life at the same time. You never feel settled. You always feel like I gotta move this over here, that's gonna live there for a month while I do X, Y, and Z over here. Okay, now that can go back, now I gotta move this. And you're just constantly, like, it's like one of those puzzles where you think you almost have it figured out, then you gotta slide it over and you're like, oh crap. Nope, I gotta move that space over here, that space over here, that space over here. And eventually you figure out the puzzle and it's a great picture, you're accomplished, you're happy. That's what we're striving to get to, that finished puzzle picture. That really is it for the vlog today. I just kind of wanted to give you some insight into what we're up to and what we're doing at home. I've always been kind of embarrassed, and now I feel like because I'm sharing my mess with you and what I'm trying to accomplish with that, I feel more comfortable probably bringing that and showing you some of that in the vlog more. And that's more real. That's more real life than moving things out of the way, straightening this pillow up, making sure everything looks perfect. Life is not perfect, and I don't want to portray something that isn't real. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I truly appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow.